So we've got the outlaws that have joined us and just sailed a couple of hours across the bay from Kalamata, and you can see there's a beautiful boat in the bay, and you see Kalamata in the background. It was about 15 knots, close hauled over to here, dropped the anchor, it's good holding here, and we've got the outlaws having a meal at the back there in this lovely taverna. So very Greek. Kitchens across the road there, and yeah, it's really busy. Beautiful evening, and mountains in the background there as well. So yeah, great shot of the boat. Here we are, sailing along the Greek coast on the Peloponnese Peninsula, and heading for an anchorage just in the far distance there, which is about 6 miles away. Full crew on board relaxing. That's the Gulf of Kalamata. Beautiful. So it's Tuesday morning. We made an early departure at 5 o'clock from our anchorage, which was just over there, the Venetian castle of Verona. About 5 o'clock in the morning, got a bit rolly in the anchorage, so decided to get up and make an early start, and also to avoid the wind just going through the point at the end here. Once we go around the end here, we're going to have a wind right on the nose, so which builds up later on, so I decided to try and beat that as well. But a beautiful sunset over the mountains of the Peloponnese Peninsula, quite spectacular. So there we are, Wednesday morning, just getting ready to hang on. We're just having a bit of a cool down. It's been very hot this morning. It's about 10:15 and we're just about to set off to go to Methoni, but this is a nice little bay that we stopped in last night. It's nice to be there, short, and we have a really good evening. It's a typical sort of family resort, so lovely, really nice. Other way around. So here we are. We've got about 25 knots of wind, a bit more than we expected, and tacking into Methoni, which is just over there. You can see it in the distance. A really beautiful town with a citadel right on the point. Now we're just about to tack again. So everybody hold on. Ready about? And here we go.
She's got in the way.
There we are. Okay, down the wind. This is the town of Methoni with its citadel. I come ashore this morning as the wind settled down a bit. It's nice and calm now, and just going to have an explore of the ramparts. Looks like a nice little town. Yes, this is quite cool. This is the far end of the castle. It goes along a little bridge on the beach. And then you can walk out along the promontories. It's still quite windy out there, out in the big wide sea. So over there is where we're going to head out, probably later on today. Still quite windy. Just going to go up the coast a little bit, and then we're going to head across to Zante, to Kinthos. And if you look on the other side, it's a bit more sheltered. That's our anchorage at the back there. And this is the citadel at the end, which is really cool. I'm just going to have a little explore and see what's in here. Yeah, this gives you a nice view back across the bay and main part of the castle. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't see a way to get into this bit here, so I'm guessing that's out of bounds, which is a shame. Looks like wherever the entrance was, I think it's down there, is being blocked up, probably for safety reasons. But yeah, pretty cool. You get a pretty good view of the size of the castle up here. It's a bit sort of overgrown these days, but originally this was all inhabited. It dates back to about 350 BC, the first sort of settlements here. But the castle really was built, I think, by the Venetians in about 1200, 1300, and they occupied it for about 300 years, I think. But everybody seems to have been here. The Byzantine Empire, the French, the Egyptians, I think they've all had a go at this castle. But yeah, it's quite impressive. So here we are in the town of Milos. Just been to the bakery early morning to get our breakfast. And this is the bay. Not windy at all this morning. Overnight wind died down. And it's like a mill pond this morning. And right in the distance, you can see our faithful old boat parked there. So we're going to leave probably about 11 o'clock, go up the coast a bit, have some lunch, mess around in the afternoon, and then we're going to do an overnight sail tonight over to the island of Zante. Go on then. Come on then. Let's go.
Go on, Jake.
Come on, hurry up.
Wait! Hold up! 5, 4, 3, 2. Go on, Phil. Ah! I don't know what the mental prep's for.
Come on then. Ready? When you're ready.
Oh, my hands! There's a lowering. When did that sink?
So this is the fruits of our labour
When did that sink?
from our anchorage this afternoon. We've actually managed to pick up on our anchor half the anchor from the shipwreck that was in the buoy. So now we need to decide how we're going to get rid of this.
Oh, I thought I was probably falling in. I got him to manage. So, Pubs, are you recording right now? Are you recording? Pubs, really pausing. This isn't going to your YouTube video.
I'm silencing.
I hope you know that. You need to delete the footage. Delete the evidence.
That makes swell.
If you put me in your YouTube video.
So here we are, we've offloaded 7 of the crew and we're just leaving Skipper's, and that's behind us, and it's pretty brutal. It's blowing about 25 knots in almost in the direction we want to go, so over to Catalonia, which you can see there in the distance. So it's quite a long sail today. We've got about 50 miles to cover. So probably about 10 hours of this. More joy. But the other thing is the instruments. I don't know what's going wrong with the chart. The electronic chart seems to have gone down. So, as if you needed further proof, this footage is a few hours later, and as often happens in Greece, the wind tends to be relatively calm in the morning and increases in the afternoon. And that's exactly what happened. We ended up beating into about 30 knots of wind. Spent the afternoon about 30 degrees to wind, and each time the boat hit an oncoming wave, it acted like a big break. So progress was pretty painful, and by the time we arrived at Big Vathi on Ithaca, it was blowing a real hoolie, and unfortunately what was meant to be a sheltered bay was anything but, with the wind howling through the entrance at about 40 knots. So it was a little bit of a sleepless night, and I was on deck for anchor duty for most of the night and didn't get very much sleep. Yeah, this is the footage of Big Vathi. We arrived about 8 o'clock the previous evening and anchored just as dark was setting. You can see all the boats hiding in here in this lagoon, which, as we thought would be sheltered, actually the wind was blowing in about 40 knots straight through the gap at the narrow entrance there. So it was a pretty bumpy night all round, and I spent quite a lot of the night on the anchor watch, just being mindful of the boat moving on the anchor. But actually we got good holding on the anchor, and yeah, it was okay in the end. So I woke up pretty early, about 6 o'clock in the morning, had a little bit of breakfast, and then headed out of the entrance and kept heading north up to Civita, which was our next stop. Yeah, so here we are, en route from Vathi to Civita, and as you can see, the sea has died down quite a bit, and it's a nice sail. We're doing 5.3 knots, and got about an hour to go until we get to Civita, which is right there in the distance on the mainland. It's a nice shelter spot, so we should be okay for the night there. Just heading back to Levkis here through the Meganisi channel behind us. Pretty busy morning. It is 10 o'clock and it looks like everybody is out now that the weather's settled down a bit and it's a bit calmer. All the motorboats are out. So we've got, I think that's the island of Scorpio in front of us on the right hand side, and then just behind the headland there is Nidri and Vico. Yeah, all in all, it's a pretty nice morning. Big gym palace over there, and yeah, forecast is for it to be like this most of the day, so we're just putting up to the Levkis canal to go into Levkis tonight. There we are, just waiting for the bridge at Levkis to go up, which goes up on the hour, which is in about 4 minutes, so we can get out the end of the canal. And an overnight in Levkis, sorting out a few bits and pieces on the boat, and yeah, through here we're about 7 miles up a dredged channel up to Cleopatra, which is our journey's end. So we've got an overnight there, and then lifting the boat out tomorrow. So here we are, it's Thursday morning. We're just about to go, and we've been put to sleep for the winter in the boatyard. So we're up on stilts. Didn't manage to video the exit out of the water as I left my camera on board. But yeah, here we are. So that's it for another season, an enjoyable one, and we'll be back again in May, I think. So we've got about an hour before taxi arrives to take us to the airport. So I think just time for some breakfast, and yeah, good result.